Practice social distancing. Avoid physical contact. Have your temperature measured upon entering a building or establishments. Wash your hands regularly. Use soap with running water. Use hand sanitizer. Use antibacterial wipes. Do not touch your face, especially your eyes, nose, and mouth. Cover your cough with the bend of your elbow or tissue. Avoid crowded places. Stay at home if you feel unwell, even with a slight fever and cough. If you have a fever, cough, and difficulty of breathing, seek medical care early. But call by phone first. A safety reminder from your UPLB University Library.
The UPLB University Library is happy to introduce to you our new library website, www.library.dev.uplb.edu.ph. With easier navigation, a sleek new design, an enhanced site search and contents, featuring direct search to integrated library system, new look for newly acquired book, new platform for chat with Elva or electronic library virtual assistant. Get updated to current news and event. Direct access to online article request service. You can now reserve library facilities for personal and group use online. Updated guide to new normal library operations and online services. Video tutorials for online databases and research tools. Welcome to the new UPLB University Library website. Your gateway for academic and research needs. This is the UPLB University Library. Are you having trouble accessing and downloading full-text content online? No worries. The UPLB University Library is at your back. You can request it through online article request service. Just visit library.uplb.edu.ph and click Request It. Then, fill out necessary information. Or email us at universitylibrary.uplb@up.edu.ph. Connect with us on our social media channels for updates. PH. And click Request It. Then, fill out necessary information. Or email us at universitylibrary.uplb@up.edu.ph. Connect with us on our social media channels for updates.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Good
Morning
morning.
po.
Gandang araw, no, kahit naulan.
Oo nga.
Thank you.
5 minutes pa.
Oo. Ano, Pius, nakasked ka na ng ating ano?
Ng alin, ma'am? Ano meeting po?
May ano, yung sa...
Pero recording na.
Naka-record na ba?
Yes
Ano
po.
yung ating sa Digital Commons?
Hindi pa, ma'am. Later po, mag-uusap po kami ni Mavi.
Sige. Iniwan mo lang ako.
Sige po.
Nag-record na si ano.
Naka-record na. At saka meron na tayong participants, ano?
Okay.
Yes,
Shall we start? 4 minutes, okay?
4 minutes pa.
Okay.
Sige, mag-ano muna ako, mag-out muna ako sa aking...
Saan mo share? Pwede na natin i-share kaya yun. Bigla ako ka naman.
The UPLB University Library is The UPLB University Library is happy to introduce to you our new library website, www.library.dev.uplb.edu.ph. With easier navigation, a sleek new design, an enhanced site featuring direct search to integrated library system, new look for newly acquired book, new platform for chat with Elva or electronic library virtual assistant. Get updated to current news and event. Direct access to online article request service. You can now reserve library facilities for personal and group use online. Updated guide to new normal library operations and online services. Video tutorials for online databases and research tools. Welcome to the new UPLB University Library website. Your gateway for academic and research needs. This is the UPLB University Library. Are you having trouble accessing and downloading full-text content online? No worries. The UPLB University Library is at your back. You can request it through online article request service. Just visit library.uplb.edu.ph. Click Request It. Then, fill out necessary information. Or email us at universitylibrary.uplb@up.edu.ph. Connect with us on our social media channels for updates. Do you want to learn more about Mendeley, Turnitin, and Open Athens? Introducing the UPLB University Libraries online session service, where you can have a one-on-one instruction with your librarian. Just register via www.bit.ly/UPLBLib online session and set your preferred schedule. As we accept the challenges of change due to COVID-19, we create possibilities to support your academic needs.
How to protect yourself from the coronavirus or COVID-19. These basic steps can help you reduce the risk of getting sick or infecting others and help prevent the spread of flu, common colds, and other respiratory infections. Wear mask at all times. Practice social distancing. Avoid physical contact. Have your temperature measured upon entering a building or establishments. Wash your hands. The bend of your elbow or tissue. Avoid crowded places. Stay at home if you feel unwell, even with a slight fever and cough. If you have a fever, cough, and difficulty of breathing, seek medical care early. But call by phone first. A safety reminder from your UPLB University Library.
Are you having trouble accessing and downloading full-text content online? No worries. The UPLB University Library is at your back. You can request it through online article request service. Just visit library.uplb.edu.ph. and click Request It. Then, fill out necessary information. Or email us at universitylibrary.uplb@up.edu.ph. Connect with us on our social media channels for updates. The UPLB University Library is happy to introduce to you our new library website, www.library.dev.uplb.edu.ph. With easier navigation, a sleek new design, an enhanced site search and contents, featuring direct search to integrated library system, new look for newly acquired book, new platform for chat with Elva or electronic library virtual assistant. Get updated to current news and event. Direct access to online article request service. You can now reserve library facilities for personal and group use online. Updated guide to new normal library operations and online services. Video tutorials for online databases and research tools. Welcome to the new UPLB University Library website. Your gateway for academic and research needs. This is the UPLB University Library.
Okay, morning. Okay, good morning everyone. Welcome to our virtual information literacy program, which is now on its 17th series. I'm Virgie Alcantara, your MC for this morning. But before we start, let me remind you of our in-house rules for this session. So for smooth flow of our discussion. So please turn off your microphones and turn on your web cameras during the session. Use the Zoom Q&A box or the comment section of the YouTube or Facebook or the raise hand function for questions and clarifications. And also don't forget to answer the evaluation form after this session. At the end of this session, there will be a short quiz game about the lecture. Therefore, you need to listen attentively to answer the questions immediately and correctly to win what? A cell phone load of 150 pesos for the first winner and 100 pesos each for the second and third winners. Or a GCash or what you call cell phone load. So for those who are going to join the quiz, kindly use your full name for easy recognition of the winners. Okay, to start with, we would like to welcome our University Librarian, Mrs. Concepcion D. El Saul, for a very short message to open this session.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our second day of the 17th Information Literacy Program, which we usually held every start of every semester. So right now, I am very glad that we have more than 50 participants. And yesterday was more than, I suppose it's around 50. So we are increasing, and I'm very glad to know that our students are very eager to learn, to know what is going on in our library. So again, thank you, and I hope everyone will enjoy and learn a lot from this activity. Have a good day, everyone.
On citing and referencing using Mendeley, to be delivered by our speaker, who is a college librarian and head of the Learning Commons section of the University Library. So let's welcome Mr. Pius Murillo.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Tita Virgie, for that kind introduction. First off, I'd like to thank you all for taking this time to attend this, for the very first time, the history of the program, the ILP. We are now, as mentioned by our university librarian, we are now on the 17th season of the program. And today is the second day of the session. So I was tasked to deliver a lecture about citing and referencing. So the goal of this program is actually to help or to have in our university a really information literate members of the community. The program was designed. We modularized the topics in such a way that the contents are aimed to teach you how to use or how to search, perform search, how to gather or retrieve documents or information from the library or online or from our online resources, and then eventually evaluate this information and then for you to create a new one. Okay, so for today, I was tasked to deliver a lecture about citing and referencing. Okay, let me share to you my screen. One moment. I've titled my presentation as this: Citing and Referencing, so ways to document and manage your information sources. Okay, so for today, by the way, okay. So for today's session, here are our learning objectives. First, we're going to define some terms and concepts. Sometimes we are encountering words or terms that somehow get us confused or get us confused on when to use this term, on when to use this concept while we are writing our paper or research. By the way, I'd like to ask from our audience, how many are students? I'd like to see from the chat box kung ilan po yung mga estudyante. Well, I assume that majority of my audience today are students. So as students, the common dilemma that we encounter is that we tend to forget, to cite the references that we use, when we are writing a research paper or complying a requirement for a certain course, in that matter. So going back, for the second objective of this learning session, we'll be able to, I hope that by the end of this session, we'll be able to understand the importance of citing information. So I'm going to teach you how to cite properly, okay? And then thirdly, we hope that you recognize the different citation styles. And there are thousands to tell you, different citation styles, developed by or recommended for certain discipline, or developed by universities, or that is applicable or recommended to be used to a certain professional or discipline or professions. Okay, and lastly, we'll have a demonstration on how to utilize a reference management tool, and this tool will really help you a lot, in doing citing and referencing. So for our institution, we are subscribed to Mendeley. So later we'll do that and we'll explore its functionalities and its features. Okay. So for my presentation outline, so these are the basic questions that I hope that we'll answer along the way. So why cite? Why do we need to cite? Second, what to cite? What information's sources that we need to cite? And then when are we going to cite? And then lastly, how are we going to cite these sources? So for our working definition, so what citing and referencing is all about? So these are both a process of acknowledging or giving credit to sources that we use in our paper or in an academic work. So they are both process because in doing citing and referencing, we need to follow certain steps. So, or we have to be familiar with the guides or the manuals. For instance, the commonly used citation styles that we are using or that are commonly used in the academic setting. We have the Chicago, we have APA, and then we have MLA. So later we'll go into these things as I go along. So there are primary considerations in acknowledging or giving credit to the sources that we use. Okay. And for the basis of comparison, so if citing is to citation and referencing is to reference, okay? Okay, so we have here citation and reference. So for the basis of comparison, I'd like you to take a look on this comparison chart, okay? So for citation in terms of meaning, this is a way of disclosing within the main body that the quote, image, chart, statistics are taken from an outside source, whereas reference refers to a list that contains all the sources which have been sought or cited while writing the article or assignment. And in terms of use, citation informs the readers on the basic source of information, whereas the reference, it informs the reader on the complete details of the source of information. In terms of purpose, the citation is used or presented to indicate that the source or the source of the material taken. While for reference, it aims to support or criticize an argument or point. So in terms of placement, citation is presented in parentheses. And this is presented also in bracketed number or superscript number, which then links you or the reader either to a footnote or endnote. And reference is also presented as endnote, and entries or references are placed at the end or found at the end of the document. And then there are also core elements that we need to be particular with. In terms of citations, usually we take the author's last name and then the publication year. Whereas in reference, this contains information, we have to be particular with the details like the publication date, title of the book, journal, author's name, and page number. So here's the comparison charts, no, for the different or the commonly used citation style, no, for Chicago, APA, MLA. Sometimes we get confused on when to use the word bibliography, no, references or reference list or works cited. So for the source stage for Chicago, no, kailangan gagamitin po natin yung term na bibliography. No? So if we are required to use the APA style, so yung term po na gagamitin natin is references or reference list. And for MLA, works cited po. But what sets bibliography apart from the two is that sa bibliography, we can reflect yung mga references na ginamit natin, though hindi tayo nag-cite doon ng source sa ating paper. Okay? So I've mentioned about citation earlier. So yung citation, may mga certain formats ito. And usually ang tawag dito, in-text citation kasi these are found or reflected dun sa or within the body ng ating text or paper. Okay, for the formats, no, for Chicago, we need to observe yung author date format. So we have here an example. And then for APA, same with Chicago, author date format din yung susundin. Okay? Yun nga lang with Chicago, we have to include the page number. And then for MLA, we're going to observe the author page format. So they are separated or the author is separated by a comma. So meron din tayong tinatawag na direct in-text citation. Okay? Yung direct in-text citation, ito yung kailangan na magiging ito yung kailangan nating i-present in this manner, yung direct in-text citation. So for instance, sa Chicago, yung author's last name, yung year, then page number, then preceded by a comma. So for APA, yung author's last name, year, and page number. So we have here an example, for instance, Marshall, 1982, then yung page number. So with MLA, almost the same, pero yung hindi kasama yung year. Okay. So meron din tayong tinatawag na direct quote, no, with author name in text citation. So when we directly copy a portion of a text, no, from an information source, no, we need to use the quotation mark, no, in this way, in this manner. So this same to all of these citation styles, Chicago, APA, MLA. So kapag nag-paraphrase naman tayo, no, ganun din, no, kailangan din nating ilagay yung author's last name, then page number. And then same is true with other with other citation styles. So ang importante dito, no, when we are citing, dapat consistent tayo sa pag-cite or sa pag-observe ng mga formats na ito. Okay? So let's take a closer look, no. Kanina I mentioned about works cited, references, no. So for a moment. So can you take a closer look, no, for each of the example? Okay. For works cited entry, reference list entry, and then bibliography entry. This one is a book, no, for book. So here we go. So why do we need to cite? No? Bakit natin kailangan mag-cite? Firstly, because we want to give credits to the original source. So paano ba mag-cite yung mga millennials ngayon? Enough ba yung CTTO? No? Ito common dito sa social media, yung acronym na CTTO. No? Pero in scholarly work, hindi pwede yung CTTO. No? Kailangan natin i-observe yung kanina, yung mga present ko earlier, yung kung paano mag-cite. Okay? So in this way, we give credits to the original source. Okay? And then secondly, no, nag-cite tayo ng sources because we want to help our readers locate kung ano-ano yung mga sources na ginamit natin. No? So in this way, parang the work that we are doing demonstrates sorts of credibility. No? Kasi parang we take into consideration yung mga perspectives ng ibang experts, no, about a certain topic. Okay? And then third, to prove that our information is valid. Okay? So in this way, no, napapakita natin na yung mga information na na-encounter natin is merong basis, no? Meron tayong sound basis, no? Fair, with fairness, no? Objective, no? Yun. Okay? And then, lastly, ito yung very important reason kung bakit natin kailangan mag-cite. Because we want to avoid plagiarism, no? Plagiarism is a form of an academic dishonesty. And mind you guys na meron tayong in place na rules, no, on this, no. So to get away with the trouble of plagiarism allegations, no, we need to cite the sources that we use for our paper. Okay. So what are the things that we need to cite? So these are words, quotations, phrases, sayings, thoughts or ideas, findings, writings, graphic representations, diagrams, graphs, images, lectures, printed materials, electronic materials, and this includes yung mga online, ito yung mga nakukuha natin mga journal articles online or yung mga ebooks natin. And as well as yung mga any other originality work. So for the printed materials, yung mga usual natin, yung mga books, printed books, no, mga journals, okay, magazines, and the like. Okay. So when do we need to cite? First consideration is that when the content did not originate from us. So kung yung content or yung information di galing sa atin, definitely we need to cite the original source. And then secondly, when we directly copy the words of the author. So in this way, or in this manner, we need to use the quotation marks. No? Yung exact wordings kung kinopya natin. No? Okay? And then third, kapag nagsa-summarize tayo. And then lastly, kapag tayo ay nagpa-paraphrase. Okay? So here again, an illustration of the different or the popular citation styles. No? MLA, APA, Chicago, and who uses them, no? So always check with our instructor or as our unit or college kung ano yung style na kailangan nating gamitin for our research paper. Okay. So again, these are some of the examples. So please take a look. No? For Chicago, for instance, we have a reference, a book reference, with one author. This is how it should be look like. No? And then for a book, no, with more than one author, okay. And then for an article or a chapter, no, in an edited book, ito po yung mga itsura niya. Okay. And then for journal article, so we have here electronic journal article with DOI. And then for those articles without DOI, by the way, DOI stands for Document Object Identifier. No? So parang this is a unique number, no, assigned to a particular document. Okay? Pag may DOI, parang it says something, no, na parang na ito ay na-publish in a peer-reviewed, no, journal. Okay? Or by a publisher, academic publisher, for instance. Okay? So for APA, so we have here some example for book with a single author, book with two authors, article or chapter in an edited book. Okay. So please take note of the sequence, no, of the core elements, the author's name, the year, the title, and that of the publisher. Okay. For an APA style journal article, this is how it's going to be or should be look like, no? For journal article from database. Okay. And then for MLA, we have here an examples rather. Basic book, book with two authors, article or chapter in an edited book, no, or anthology, and then for an electronic book. Okay. So again, please take note of the core elements, no? The punctuations to be used, the arrangement, okay. And then for journal articles, okay, and journal article from an online database, newspaper article from an online database, newspaper article from web or print source. And then for a website or a web page with author, web page with no author, and the entire website. So remember that actually there is an easy way, or the coolest way to do this citing and referencing. And this is because of the availability or presence of the different citation management tools or yung tinatawag nating mga reference management software. So again, I've mentioned earlier na for University of the Philippines, so we have a subscribed license to Mendeley. Okay, but uh, for you to know that there are other reference management software that are available online. So we have here EndNote, RefWorks, and Zotero. But what Mendeley sets apart, from the others is that in terms of platforms, compatible si Mendeley sa iba't ibang platforms. Ibig sabihin, pwede natin gamitin si Mendeley sa Mac, sa Windows, sa Linux, And then it also can be used using different web browsers, So kay Mendeley, Explorer, Firefox, Chrome, Safari, and then meron din siyang tinatawag na plug-in, citation plug-in. And then si Mendeley, it has, you can use this using your mobile device, And it is also accessible online or via web. Okay. So yun, meron siyang word processing integration. Later, I'll show you how to do this. So I'll stop my screen sharing, I'll stop my presentation, and then we'll move to the Mendeley online. Okay, so here's the site. First, you need to create an account. You go to mendeley.com. So here's the site. And then click on create account. And then for those who are at home, once you click this one, a window will appear that would be asking you to type in your first name, your last name, your UP email, by the way. So remember, when you register your account, you have to use your UP email. Okay. So since I'm inside the campus or I'm within the campus IP, I will just have to type in, and since I have registered my account already with Mendeley, I'll just have to log in. So this is the Mendeley web version. Okay. So ano-ano ba yung meron dito? So Mendeley is a social media platform for researchers. So using Mendeley, yung mga researchers, they can promote their research outputs to a wider community for public appreciation. Okay? So I've said na, using Mendeley, you can actually store yung mga documents since it is a reference manager. So yung mga documents, like yung mga PDF files na nada-download natin sa iba't ibang mga online databases na sinusubscribe ng library, you can actually download them and eventually store it in your library. So you can actually build your own library. Lahat ng mga PDF documents na download ninyo or ni-request ninyo from the library, you can actually store this using your Mendeley. Okay? So this is the Mendeley web platform, And then once you have logged in, if you want to use Mendeley offline, meaning kapag wala kayong internet, or wala kayong data, and then gusto niyo basahin yung mga documents na sinave ninyo dun sa inyong folders or sa inyong library, you need to download the Mendeley desktop application, So kapag nag-register na kayo online, click nyo lang yung download, okay? And then you have also to install the application. So once you have installed the application, you search for the Mendeley icon from your applications folder. So in this way, in this part, stop ko muna yung aking share, and then I'll show you One moment. Stop share. Screen share. Okay. Here's the icon for Mendeley Desktop. So once you have downloaded and installed the application, so you look for the Mendeley icon from your applications folder. So then click on it. And then I will stop share again. I'll show you the window, login window. Share screen. Okay. So this is the login window for your Mendeley Desktop. So ano-ano ba yung mga features, no, ni Mendeley? Ano-ano ba yung mga functionalities na may enjoy natin with Mendeley while we are writing our paper, no? Okay. So as a reference manager, I've said you can import your documents, no, your downloaded documents online or from your device folders, no? And then one good thing, no, Mendeley has a citation plugin for Microsoft Word, for Linux, no, or Windows, Word for Windows, no, compatible ito si Mendeley. Okay. So you can actually add and create, no? Again, you can import documents, no, and folders to your library. And then you can store, no? So Mendeley is your storage site, no? Yung mga documents is available or can be retrieved, no, via a cloud, okay? Or locally kapag wala kayong internet connection, okay? So ang isa sa mga magandang feature ni Mendeley is that you can actually highlight text, no, and then you can do annotation, no. For instance, I have here yung mga napapilate ko na ng mga articles sa aking library. Kung ako yung estudyante at magbabasa ako ng mga articles, let's say for instance sa mga literature, for literature review, related literature, no, I'll show you how to do the highlighting function of Mendeley. So as you read the document, no, for instance, to do the highlighting, no, you just have to select the text and then click on the highlight button here at the top. Okay, so that's one thing, the highlighting feature. And then if you want to add in notes, no, you just click on the text and then click on the add note button. So in this case, for instance, you want this to include in the introduction part of your paper. Okay. So what if kung mga print source naman, and then you wish to synchronize yung mga print sources or references na gagamitin niyo for your paper. So you can actually synchronize that, no, by adding it manually, no. To do that, punta lang kayo dun sa, or click nyo lang yung add entries manually. And then eventually, yung citation details or mga bibliographic details, no, you just have to complete, no. For instance, ito yung mga details, no. Depending on the type of the information source that you would want to include, no. For instance, kung print book siya, select mo lang yung print book, and then i-complete mo lang yung mga details like yung author's name, yung year, no, yung pages or abstract, no. Ito yung mga materials na pwede niyong pagpilian for the sources that you have used. Okay? And then, I mentioned earlier about the citation plugin. So you need also to install that for you to be able to enjoy that functionality. So you need to click on the tools, no, from your menu tab, and then click install MS Word plugin. So in this way, no, yung toolbar ni Mendeley mag-a-appear doon sa Word document kapag nag-open kayo ng ng Word file. No? So I'll show you how to use that feature ni Mendeley. Okay. For instance, I have here, share this. Okay. So for instance, I have here a blank document. No? So you can do an automatic citation, no? Yung tinatawag na in-text citation. For, think of this sentence, kunyari ano siya, scholar, ang tawag dito, composition ko to kunwari. And then itong sentence ko na to galing sa ibang source and that I need to cite that source. So from your Word document, no, tapat yun lang yung cursor dun sa last part ng sentence or yung paragraph. And then you click on references. Okay. And then click insert citation. And then you will be proceeded to your library by choosing first or by clicking first, go to Mendeley, and then for instance, dito nang galing yung ito yung source na ginamit ko for that part of the for that part of my paper. Okay, select the source or the references or the reference, and then click the cite button function, and then what's happening? Insert. Ayun. So there you go. Kita na ninyo yung citation ko. So you can actually do this all throughout your paper. And then eventually, lahat ng mga sinite yung sources, no? You can generate an automatic bibliography. So in this case, no, we're going to click Insert Bibliography. And then automatically, all the sources that you have used will be reflected on the last part of your paper. Okay. So yun. So for the citation style, no, you just have to select, no, which one is required, no, for you to use, no. But assuming that you are required to use APA, no, you just have to select, and then the format will automatically change. Okay. So yun. So again, these are the features of Mendeley. Okay. Stop share. Okay, are there questions? I think that ends my presentation. If you have questions, feel free to ask. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you learned something from me today.
Okay, thank you, Sir Pius. Now I give the floor to Ms. Marlisa Quadli, one of our college librarians, for the question and answer portion.
So I'm seeing now some questions from the chat box.
Thank you, Ma'am Virgie. So we'll move on to the question and answer portion. So first question is from Ma'am Espinelli. Good AM po. I am a GS student. Can we access Turn It In for free po? One of my instructors told us to contact the library for the Turnitin account po.
Yes. Yes, we are have a Turnitin subscription. No? For you to have an account, you can send us an email request. No? I think the moderators will be typing in our university email address. But for you to know, it's universitylibrary.up.edu.ph. So if you wish to have your accounts created, no, for instance, with Turnitin, and if you wish to have an Open Athens account, no, please feel free to send an email request. So we'll be sending you a confirmation email, no, once we have received and registered your account. So dun sa confirmation email po, parang treat that as your library toolkit, no? Because all the information, access credentials are there, no? For your convenience, since we are in a remote teaching learning, no? So at the convenience of your home, no, you can do your research papers, comply with all the academic requirements that you will be having along the way. Okay? Any questions?
Next question from Paulo Tumibay. Mayroon na po ba kaming account para sa Mendeley?
Yes. Okay. So I mentioned earlier that once we have received your request, no, for accounts or for access, no, to any of the platforms or online databases, the email, the confirmation email would contain, no, information on how to register, no, for instance, sa mga Elsevier platforms. Elsevier platforms, kasama rito si Mendeley, Scopus, tsaka yung Science Direct po.
So, third question is from Rolf Louis Manganib. Good morning po. Until when is the validity of our Mendeley subscription?
Okay. Validity, yung account activity would be good, no? As long as our university or the UP system subscribe to its license, no? Yearly po ang subscription natin, and we will see to it that yearly i-renew natin ito for your convenience. Okay? Well, I mentioned earlier about Open Athens. Yung account activity naman natin dun is good only for 6 months, no? Or good for a semester. Okay? And by the way, you will get prompted naman if your account is about to expire. And then there is a link there, no, where you can actually renew your account, no. With Open Athens kasi yung registration and renewal shall be done inside the campus or via campus IP. But me being the administrator, ang gagawin ko is I will just have to renew your accounts, no, from my end for your convenience.
So our fourth question is from Ma'am or Sir Espinelli. What is the function for the Open Athens?
Okay, it's a good question. Open Athens, no, good thing that prior, no, the magkaroon ng pandemya, no, we were able to subscribe to this platform. Open Athens is an access management platform, meaning yung mga users natin, kayo pong mga faculty, mga estudyante, mga reps, no, you will have an access, a single sign-on access, no, para dun sa lahat ng mga resources, ng mga online databases na subscribe po ng ating library. So for your convenience, you don't need to memorize, no, username and password for each of the platforms that we have, no. With Open Athens, it's pretty convenient to access the resources that we are subscribing. And then for you to be able to download yung mga full text contents like yung mga journal articles, no, yung mga ebooks natin online, no, without you going into the library. So that's a very good use of Open Athens po.
Next question from Ma'am or Sir Gakutanan. Hi po, can we still keep all these accounts even after graduation? Thank you po.
Okay, remember that as per license agreement, no, may mga limitations kasi yung ating subscriptions, no. Well, first yung number of accounts or tinatawag na FTE, no. For instance, no, with Turnitin, no, ang basis po ng subscription natin dito or yung account or yung FTEs na inavail natin is good only for 1,000 students. Okay? So what's the good thing about Turnitin, for instance, no, yung instructor account, no? Yung instructor account is a very important account, no? And it's unlimited with Turnitin, no? And we see the advantage of giving an instructor account to our students, no? For them to be able to check their own paper before submitting it to their respective professors. But for the professor, if they would want to require their students to submit the paper, no, using Turnitin, then by then the instructor need to give the class ID and enrollment key for the students to be able to enroll dun sa mga class na kinreate nila, no? Pero hangga't maaari, we discourage the faculty members to practice that. Well, kung hindi naman kailangan, wag na nating i-observe yung ganon. But instead, we'll advise our students to submit the papers either via email, and then yung mga instructors or yung faculty, sila na po yung mag-upload dun sa Turnitin to check the originality ng paper. And this way, ma-maximize po natin yung Turnitin, no, yung platform. Okay? Ano pa yung question niya? Yung can still access yung Mendeley, Turnitin. So yun, kay Open Athens, 15,000 yung accounts na in-avail natin, no? And then yung validity or yung activity ng account is good only for 6 months, and then renewable siya. So, just kung nakagraduate ka na, no? Definitely, yun nga, given the circumstances o yung as per license agreement, no? May mga limitations. So hangga't maaari, yung mga accounts ibinibigay natin dun sa mga currently enrolled students or currently employed faculty and staff. Okay? Thank you po.
So
Any
next
other
question po from Gabi Damasco. Good morning po. Do we still have to email po to have a Mendeley account, or do we make it on our own?
Yes po, you can do it from your end po, yung pag-activate or pag-register din pag-activate, no, dito kay Mendeley. So if you happen to have a Science Direct account or Scopus, no, your account with Science Direct could also be your account with Mendeley, because these three are Elsevier platforms po. Okay, so there's no need for you to re-register again, no? So if you happen to register with Science Direct, and then the accounts that you have used or registered from Science Direct is also be your account to Scopus and that of to Mendeley.
So next question from Ma'am or Sir Espinelli. Is the library open po for studying or borrowing?
Yes, we are open, but we are trying to limit the readers admission, no? Well, because we want to observe, or primarily because of health safety reasons, no? Nevertheless, the library have decided to come up with the various online services, no, for your convenience. So yun po. I hope I did answer your question, ma'am. Any more questions? Open po kami, nag-accept po kami, no? You just have to sign up, no? We have an online form that we have disseminated, no, via email sa mga social media platform namin. Okay? So open po kami, nag-accept po kami. We just have to observe yung mga basic protocols. No? Once you have entered into the library, no, bring your, or wear your face mask, your face shield, no, bring your own sanitizer, no, or alcohol, no, something like that. And then yung physical distancing, once you're inside the library, no, may mga designated area lang na pwede nating i-occupy po. No? So yun po.
So next question from Roflowi Manganib. Can Open Athens be used on other research network platforms to download full-text journals besides those from our library website, or do we still need to ask the permission of the author for access?
Remember, yung mga resources na nasa Open Athens, these are our subscribed databases po, no? And then if you happen to encounter yung mga research network platforms that offers free access to contents, and then there's no need for you to use or access them via Open Athens. So yung mga nasa Open Athens po, ito po yung mga officially subscribed ng ating institution, ng university po.
So another question from Ma'am or Sir Espinelli. So we need to log in or sign up using UPIP address.
So ma'am, if you are referring po dun sa logging in using IP address, ano kung ang platform po na nire-refer po ninyo ay Open Athens, definitely yung Open Athens kasi kailangan po sa loob ng campus. So what I am recommending to you is to have or send us an email request instead. And then let us register your account, and then you will be notified via email confirming that your account has been created or registered. No? And yun nga, I mentioned earlier, dun sa confirmation email po, kasama na po doon yung mga links sa lahat ng mga services na pwede po ninyong i-avail. And then yung links kung paano po mag-register, mag-activate sa mga LCBR platforms such as yung Science Direct, Scopus, and Mendeley po. Thank you, ma'am.
I think wala na pong mga question. Meron pa pong isa. So, ang tanong po ni from Ma'am or Sir Espinelli, Science Direct, Mendeley po, okay na outside UP ang sign up?
Yes, ma'am. Tama po. Meron po tayong tinatawag na domain-based registration. No? So yun po yung link na kasama din po dun sa email na ipapadala po natin sa inyo kapag na-register na po namin kayo kay Open Athens po. Yes, ma'am, you can do it, no? Regardless if you are outside of the university premises, you can do it at home, no, or anywhere po. Okay. Thank you po, ma'am, for that question.
So, I think wala na pong mga question. Yung iba pong mga question po ninyo, we will answer it through email or through chat. Thank you po. So, next, we will proceed to the online quiz. So, for the participants who would like to join the quiz, please sign in to joinmyquiz.com and enter the join code 664008. Reminder to all participants, please use your full name, not your code name, para po madali naming ma-identify yung mga winners. Thank you po.
dancing with somebody. If you wanna believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't start caring about me now. Don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't start caring about me now. You don't wanna see me dancing with somebody.
Na.
Don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't start caring about me now.
Pwede pong magsasabi pa rin si Marlisa. Mars.
Alright, ready na po ba tayo? Wala na po bang sasali? So, let's start the quiz.
Must I do? Cause I can live good and breathing. I want it back and money won't stop chasing. And we can dance all day around it. If you find it, I'll be bouncing. If you want me, scream, shout, believe. Before I make you try.
online quiz. So the top 3 winners third place goes to Inigo Buenaventura. Second place is Deo Mangalan. Iyan. Tama po ba? And then first place is Patricia Faye Villanueva. So for your prize, we will send it to your email kung paano po maklaim yung prizes niyo po. Thank you for joining and congratulations. Then, before we end this session, we have an announcement. Wait lang po, mag-share lang po ako ng file. So, first announcement is we have also another topic tomorrow until Friday. So in case you want to join, please register for that topic. And then next announcements, we have also a new library website, and this is for beta testing. You can visit it through the URL http://www.library.dev.uplb.edu.ph. And for your to further enhance the quality of our website, you can fill up your feedback through the form via bit.ly UPLB Live News site. This website will replace the existing URL, the library.uplb.edu.ph. And then next announcement, before this, we have also a reminder. So reminder to the ILP participant, please answer the ILP session 2 evaluation form via bit.ly/17th ILP E2. And then next, before our end, please open your camera for the photo shoot for documentation.
Please open your camera. And thank you guys for joining. Yun, ang gaganda, ang gwagwapo. Alright, 2 pages to. Please be patient. Okay, can I see your beautiful smile? Your beautiful smile, the cutest smile. For the first page, in 3, 2, 1, smile. Please hold lang ha. Don't go yet. For the page 2, alright, please hold. Okay, smile. Can I see your sweetest smile? In 3, 2, 1, smile.
Can I see your sweetest smile?
Alright, thank you very much. Thank you guys. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you for joining us in this ILP session. We'll see you tomorrow for another ILP. Thank you guys. Thank you participants. Keep safe. Bye.
Ingat kayo lagi.
God bless.
God bless. See you tomorrow for the next session.
Kaso magpapalitan ko yun.
Nakalib na kayo, tita? Hindi pa. Palib na lang, Marisa. Ako, hindi na ako. Gawa na. Okay! Thank you, Lord!
So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Let's all celebrate. Have a good time. Celebrate. Have a good time.